everyone, and welcome back to War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. We're here on October 19, 1943. Let's see what we... I think there's going to be a certain ground attack that I'm going to be performing. It's just going to be a normal deliberate attack, but we're going to bomb. We're going to see if we can do some damage. Alright, if he's hitting Quayla. If he comes back, we have some night fighters up there at Tuyun. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I'll take a destroyer over an E-boat. We do take a hit. Yeah, that destroyer's gone. We do take a hit, but I haven't been watching when our subs are being attacked because I'm not, I can just look later how damaged my sub is. I just can't look at his sub damage to see how he's doing. So oh, okay. Please attack this sub. I have almost no ASW here, but I do have a destroyer escort coming. Alright. We'll get a light hit on it. Yeah, we're done there. You can bomb it. I'm willing to concede the attrition war there. It's just too costly to try to protect Changsha. I mean, we were winning as far as raw numbers, but I just can't feed that many fighters into the grinder. And pilots too. See, this is what I'm talking about. He does damage the airfield, which, that's fine. But our flak will do significant damage to his aircraft, unless he flies higher, and if he flies higher, he may not do enough damage to the base. So, it's kind of a trade-off there, I guess. Okay. I am trying to bomb a port. Okay, good. We hit a destroyer. I thought he had a sub there, but we're gonna try to sink something here. And he wasn't capping it, so we're gonna try. This, all right. It seems one hit. It only has 250-pound bomb, but it sinks. So that's good. I'm going to turn that off because, man, those balloons are brutal. I don't know if there's something else perked here, but I had like my fighter bombers come in, strafing and bombing, and see if we'll do some damage. If not, that's fine. Oh, man. The flak is much more brutal this go around. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, we're bombing this. I'm trying to soften it up. We're gonna hit it again. Sorry, not this. This hex actually, we're keeping him from getting reinforcing the hex to the west of this. hitting oil, I believe, here. Just to finish off, you know, he can pick up oil here or fuel, convert it to fuel, or he can send it up the rail and pick it up at Batavia. So if we bomb the oil here, it minimizes what he can pull out of Java. Yeah, the sweep is going a little bit late. All right. These late sweeps. I'm curious what these dots mean. If it's representative of the confidence in the report, or that it was really truly hit, and if there's less, it's lower. I don't know. Anyway. Tanker would have been nice. Oh, yeah, like that right there. Thank you, sir. And it's carrying some cargo fuel. Dude. So that's the ship this destroyer was escorting. Actually, it could have been either of these that we saw. Who knows, maybe he's actually doing others. But the cool thing about this is literally it's wasted fuel because it's on this ship and it's going down with the ship. And here's a smaller tanker. Nice. Got subs everywhere. Well, maybe not literally, of course. We've got artillery in here now. This gun regiment to help shell. We've got more. A couple of brigades I think just appeared. We're ready to attack. All right, let's see how we do. We've got 6-1 base. Let's see. We should kick him out. Oh man, It's close. We're getting there. Oh, we're getting there. It's just that I can't, you know, this won't last forever before he reinforces it. So that's the downside there. Okay, it's October 20th, 1943. We do have a very important attack going on in, I think it's West Thailand. I don't think it's East Burma, but anyway, it's over there. Very important it goes through successfully, and it's important that we sink these tankers successfully as well. Okay, my bad. That's loud. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, that was pretty epic. 4 torpedoes, 2 hits, and it didn't sink. Oh. There it goes. I think, you know, heavy fires, heavy damage. One of these days, that Argonaut is going to get sunk by one of those mines. But in the meantime, you know, we'll just keep pressing on. Troops? Dare we hope? No, but that's a nice ship. Now, 1 torpedo hit, it might get out of there. It looks like a pretty robust cargo ship. This task force has tankers in also, so I'm guessing he's using this to carry oil or fuel from the Sakhalin Island. Yeah, that's nice to have view all the way up to North Borneo. Also, we're doing an assault on Chiang Mai. And I have plenty of sweeps because I don't know if he's going to try to protect any of this stuff. I'm just hoping our bombers go for all 3. It does look like bad weather, but hopefully we get in there and disrupt him a bit so that we can successfully capture these, successfully win these battles. The Chiang Mai one, I'm not as worried about winning on day 1 today, but if I could, you know, I'd love it. the flak here is just should shred his bombers. Should be costly for him to do these raids. I need to get one of those anti-aircraft gun units forward. These are our fighter bombers coming in to bomb. Chiang Mai, maybe get in here and strafe, but I don't see strafe. Oh, here we go, strafe. All right. Also, I still need to bomb here to keep these troops from sliding in. Very precarious situation we're in here. Just for the fun of it, I had my British heavies bomb Chiang Mai because that's where the British assault is centered. We do have, of course, a British unit here or Indian, but I kind of thought it would be cool to have our heavies bomb there. I don't know. Not that it matters. And who knows, maybe I'm putting all the wrong pieces in all the wrong places, but this is where I want to have most of my effect, though. This is where I want to, like, really beat up his ability to defend this hex. We did lose a Vengeance one, so that's not great. Oil hits, light industry hits. We didn't hit anything. Okay, so you see here, there's no air damage even. Now, we flew at 20,000 feet before, but I decided to drop it down, and there's no flak damage, so we'll we'll be all right. Might even go a bit lower, maybe 10,000 feet, and see if we can beat up the city a bit more. All right, I guess I haven't been commenting much now. First of all, my throat is bothering me, but maybe you can tell how I sound. But the biggest thing is it's really just kind of standard raids across the board here. Nothing real crazy happening anyway. And 2 torpedoes, that should go down. The Dorado does take one hit. Yeah. So that tanker sinks. We got here. Yeah. I don't know what to make of that. Here's deliberate attack on Chiang Mai. I have no idea if this is going to work, but we're going in. See if we can get it here. We did reduce the fortifications, and it was 2-1 at fort level 4. I think we should be able to just keep pushing on. We do have fatigue, but we'll keep pushing. Oh, wow, never mind. I guess we'll take a break. It was 2-1, but man, that's pretty costly. I'll have to focus on bombing the base too, so he doesn't build the forts back up. But he should have supply issues. But anyway, we'll bomb the base. This should work. He's down to basically no combat effectiveness. We kick him out, and that's great because now when he crosses the river here, he'll go into a shock attack on us, and it opens this all up. I can come down southwest and open this road, and which I don't have to, but but that'll be a nice way to get to. I'll be a little bit more flexible or mobile. I'm gonna guess he's gonna stop moving west and start just moving everything southwest. He might just stay put, or he might turn around and go back to Chiang Mai. Um, but turning around and going back is going to take a few turns. Not with the tanks. The tanks should move pretty quickly. So we'll have to hit this, although I have to take a break. We have troops coming southwest to this X. Also, I could move this unit to the west here, or sorry, to the east. But I'm also tempted to open this corridor here. That said, I could probably do it with something from here, but I don't know. I'll have to think about it, but that definitely frees me up a lot to take for future steps. Okay, heavy cruiser, nice. Destroyer tender, okay. I believe it's been a while since we've looked at this, and I have some things about to go down soon. Um, I'm packing up, trying to get pieces into the right places for the next phase of offensives. Um, and we'll talk about some of that stuff here soon. Feel free to pause at any time looking at this. I'm just going to push forward because um, I got a few things to cover. Ponape and we talk. Okay. 20th Artillery Regiment disperses. What is that and where? I'm trying to. I'll have to remember where that was. Um, it should be in one of these combat reports, wouldn't you think? out there. 20th. Okay. So I think we just, I think I'm not sure if 20th Artillery is this. It's just a thought. Um, or is it one of our, I don't think it's one of ours. I don't think any of our stuff is called artillery. uh, so it might be there in Burma, with our bombardment, it just kind of depleted his unit there. Air bombardment and ground bombardment. Okay. All right, let's look here. Um, you can see the point differential there. We're plugging away, trying to get it higher. Over 2-to-1 sorties, 5 to 6 losses. 3 sallies. Yeah, we're just he's trying to get in to bomb us, and we're kind of beating him up with our flak. You can see the other air units. It's been a while since we've lost an air transport, so that's. I mean, I hate losing the big ones that are um, not coming in very fast. And then you can see the rest of these. I'm sorry, pardon me. Um, 1 killed, 2 wounded pilots, and ship sunk last turn. We only know about these two, but I think we sank another tanker and maybe another cargo ship. But anyway, so this is a tiny tanker carrying oil. This may have been empty, but it was it was with that task force that had tankers in it and so forth. Let's look at last month. We'll see if you spot anything here. You can see this 28 pointer is there. That's nice. Um, all right, so I'm going to do something that I promised a long time ago. I never did it. So you can see here, look at our, now we don't have a really tight subnet. We don't have anything like we did. We had a lot more going on here, but as he started putting air units here to chase us away, I'm letting them kind of start setting up here instead. So as these subs go back to base to replenish, I may redirect them for patrols up here. I think as we as our bases get closer and closer to Japan, and I'd like to start using NOE talk, we can reach here a lot better and really strangle Japan um, from getting oil and fuel in and supplies and well, oil, fuel, and resources in and supplies out. Um, and then you can still see we got patrols going here, and he has tried to sneak through in the middle of the South China Sea. We've got stuff in the middle here because he's trying to sneak through. Because, of course, we have a lot of patrols. I'm sorry about that. We have patrols over here and over here, but we had nothing here, and that allowed him to sail directly to Babbled Out. But now we've got a lot more going on in the middle here. And we need less here. So we're pushing them forward. And I'm able to set up bases. We've got one now here at Makassar and still Ambon. As soon as I capture Monado, that'll be my new base. Um, Maybe Morotai, something like that. Just trying to always stay forward, forward, forward. I'm not always doing the best at that. And so, yeah, so I'm not maybe as aggressive as I could be, but I'm trying to. We can see the damage here. We just about knocked out all the oil, and I'm trying to knock out the light industry, but you can see there's no damage here because the recon went before our bombing and not after, so we'll have to take a look at that. But back to here. So my amphibious invasion is going to probably take 2 days to get from here, and that's okay. We're gonna say do not unload, remain on station. These guys are gonna say remain on station, do not load, because they're gonna beat these guys, and I don't want to start invading until everybody's there. Then we'll unload everybody. We'll bring in battleships to bombard. So basically, in one day, I'll turn off the do not unload and we'll trigger the invasion. We'll do bombardments, and I might start bombing this turn. But Roy Namur, then we'll clean up the rest of this uh, shortly after that. I'm not remembering exactly what condition my invasion plans are for Sadata. Well, it's hugely conditional on how my carriers are, how ready my carriers are. You can see we're 3 days away to having all four of these guys refitted and ready to go with the best aircraft available for several months. So yeah, I think we're going to be in good shape. Make sure we have full flight uh, aircraft and pilots, and then we'll come back out here and we'll get this invasion going and take these bases here, finish off Celebes, and then we can build this base up and start planning our invasion of the Philippines. Now he may or may not be really building these up. That's okay. We're going to have air superiority, and that's going to make all the difference. And if this is too strong, I'll just drop right here at Cotabato, um, and cut it all off. If I could take that, I can pick and choose. With air supremacy, we can have that flexibility. This must be like some kind of radio detection because I don't see what's here, but I do see that there's some activity. So yeah, the carriers have to get ready. Plus, I'm getting troops in position. I'll show you. Turn off Soviets just to not clutter this all up. We've got three relatively strong units. Wait. Hmm. Oh, here it is. We've got three relatively strong units, including this motor brigade, which has some tanks in it. These two Australian divisions, no, sorry, this Australian division, the 3rd, and the 25th American will invade Sadata along with the 3rd Motor Brigade. We'll secure it, and then we'll march up to Manado, and I have a lot more troops set up to Manado, and including, I think, artillery and so forth. Look at all that. Now, some of them are broken up because I'm trying to get them into position, transporting them to key places. See, WEWAC is where the 41st is, and I'm trying to get it into a better position from which to draw it from which to draw it. We've got the 7th Australian at Ambon. So as soon as we take Sadata, we can grab all these troops and unload them here for an advance on Manado, including, again, base forces, artillery. We got a lot. You can see all that. I don't have any tanks here, but I guess I could. I don't think I have tanks here. I don't know why. But I do have tanks here. The 192nd, but that's scheduled to go. I'm also wanting to push into You can see I've got guys set up for Banjarmasin, and I do have guys set up for Banyuwangi and also Mataram, because this is going to be a significant air base also. Although technically, technically we don't need it because we have this and it's so close. Let's see why we would do that. I guess we could do it because then we could hit Batavia from here. I don't know. Some of these things are not like primary. I think, like, okay, let me just explain my thoughts and I'll try to be brief. My primary thrust is this way, north, through the Philippines, just straight up. That's going to be my primary focus. Any stuff that's outside of that, even the Marianas, will only be as he allows it. Like if he messes up and opens a path, will like for example, if he starts losing carriers, then yeah, I can tinker with something like this. It's just the gap is way too big for me. It's making me very nervous. And yes, you could call me a very cautious player, and you've noticed that over the years, but that's that's what it's going to be. All of this is not just secondary; it's like tertiary or something. This is just because we have the assets to do it. And then if we take Kapong, which actually I'm planning to, and some of these others, this is secondary. If I can take some of this stuff ideally, I could take Batavia, and then I could neutralize Balimbang, so that even if I can't take it, there's nothing he's going to get out of it. By the way, dang, that's just too far. I don't have any bombers that can reach that yet, because I would love to knock all this oil out. That's just way too much for him to get. We did not damage it at all, at least that I can tell. I'd love to recon that and confirm, but I think it's probably fair to to estimate that that's not doable. I mean, that's that's not undamaged. I don't know how, but it's what it is. But we will get. Let's just grab. Uh, let's see. Let's just grab this. I think 444. So, yeah, with B29s, 444. Let's see, B29s. I'm just gonna take a quick look. Um, okay, 18 a month. So in 1 month, plus maybe 2 months, because you got to get them, off. You got to get the upgrade, and then you've got to do the maintenance and build them. The engineers have to, or mechanics have to get them flyable. So in 2 months, so let's say June of 44, we'll have a B29 group somewhere in this area. I don't know, by 444, who knows? Maybe we'll be at Balikpapan or Surabaya or Mataram. We could bomb, from Mataram, we could bomb Palembang with heavies. It'll be extended range, but with the B29s, we'll just no problem. Okay, before I wrap up, because I'm pretty much getting there, we ejected him from here, and you can see the pip is pointing only southwest. What that tells me is he's given up on getting here, and he doesn't want to deal with us. And he's not retreating back in here, which I think is maybe a mistake. But he is bugging out. This unit will get here before he gets out. And we should take this momentarily. Let's take a look at our situation. We do have some casualties here. So we give them a day to recover. We did have some losses. We will No, sorry. Infantry. No, I can't seem to get my act together. I think there's like this would be a good bombardment unit. Well, all right, so we're gonna bombard for a day or two. We'll just make sure, make sure to keep softening him up. But once we get here and kick him out, I'm gonna open this hex side. For one, he can't slide back this way. And then I'm gonna come back up because then I'm gonna cross down. Maybe I won't, but I'll certainly plug this gap. We've got a battalion coming here for whatever reason, maybe just as an intimidation factor. If he's flying any kind of recon, he knows that this is kind of weak. A couple hundred troops, and won't intimidate him at all. And this is like probably a regiment or so. It does include the unit I kicked out of here. But yeah, should be able to press on and do the things that I want to get done here. If only I would have taken one of these divisions here, I could have had it cleaned up already. But that's okay. I also was hoping to succeed on this path here, but he plugged it up very well with this huge army. Um, and what I want to do is I'll hold the line here. I don't foresee him coming up this way. As soon as we take Chiang Mai, the 39th, as well as whatever's here, as well as the 26th will return. We'll have everybody start coming this way and make our way to Rahang. And he'll have to peel guys back this way. And he could probably hold both successfully. And we just have a stalemate. Although, if he although there's no river to cross this way, so I could at least get in here and be a thorn in his side. There's just a lot of rivers in this area, so very precarious. Well, that's kind of that, and I always check on the supplies here. We've got air units bringing supplies, we've got a sub bringing supplies, and I have these guys on a patrol, which is mostly going here to sweep mines and also maybe knock out this sub and then come over here and watch out for a sub and then come back. And hopefully we can get rid of these mines. And then I would love to get these cargo ships in to unload. And I don't know what he's got in the way of aircraft. But now we don't have to bomb this. And we technically don't even have to bomb this. So now we could put all of our energy into bombing the air base here. So I want to bomb the air base so that he can't build up his forts. And also want to bomb the troops. And then I want to attack again in a few days. Maybe just 2 to 3 days. But and again, because we've succeeded here and I'm not really worried about smashing these from the air anymore. They're basically no threat. He's just trying to get out of there. Because of that, I just only care about Chiang Mai. And then, because I want to free these guys up, we've got a pretty decent force here. And we can maybe get up in the rear of some of this stuff, cause some problems. So maybe. This is still probably a stalemate. But let's look here. He technically owns this hex, But we'll get this hex side, and this one will this one will disappear from control when he leaves. This one will become ours when we take it, and we can build that air base up and you know push push more aircraft down. Okay, that's that. China, I might push one of these anti-aircraft units forward. Maybe this one, since it's set to a different place. I think I'm just going to move it all the way up. All right, well, um, we have left here are the aircraft we want to keep in the theater. Um, and I was hoping he would bomb this at night, but he didn't. Um, Changsha is not even hardly damaged, thanks to our heavy flak number. And so, yeah, I think we're in decent shape. Uh, the P-40N ones, let's see. I can't seem to get replacements on these British planes, so I may have to leave just to replenish them. But some American aircraft got out, and that's let's see. Okay. Well, I've got some work to do still before I before I finalize my turn and send it. But there you have it. Not much going on in China as well. You see all the bombings, but really no no actual movements going on. So, but until next time, thanks for joining me, everyone, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.